Welcome, everyone. We're here for another session of Open Diner. How is everyone? Hope you have your drinks and something to eat. I don't see any new people here yet, so let's hope we have some people join. We're going live on Facebook and YouTube, and we're almost coming up on 1 year of the Open Diner. So we're going to have a good celebration when it's the 1 year. And I'll tell you about that later. Tonight, our topic is from me to we. So before I give the introduction, I just want to say that the content team that makes all of this available for us, it's material that's from professional psychiatrists, like sociologists, everybody who's a professional in their field. So you won't have to stop going to your psychiatrist or anything, but it's really good information, and we use it here so we can connect better and have a better have a happier relationship and be able to be in better relationships with other people and with each other. Okay, so this is what we have. More than 50% of Americans admit to being lonely today. One reason is that Americans are living alone more than ever before, making us more likely to become socially isolated, especially as we age. However, more and more people who are married with children report feeling lonely as well. And some of the loneliest people are teenagers. What's missing for lonely people is not just social contact, but meaningful contact. The bonds that come from truly caring relationships with others, relationships where people add and receive value. Being lonely is a bigger risk factor than obesity and the equivalent of smoking up to 15 cigarettes a day. Studies show that lonely people live shorter lives and are more prone to cardiovascular problems, high blood pressure, diabetes, etc. So what we're doing tonight is going to give you longevity. So what do we do about this? Just the fact that we're talking about it helps us a lot, because there's a lot of stigma around loneliness, and lonely people may feel that they're not worthy of friendship. They have less value in society. The fact is that we're wired for contact, to connect, love, and connection. When we feel connected, we are the happiest. Almost any problem we experience in life, in one way or another, stems from bad relationships or lack of connection with others. In the West, we like to think of ourselves as independent of those around us, while each pursue our personal destiny. However, the truth is that we are all completely interdependent. We are connected like cells in a body. We are products of our environment. By connecting with a positive, supportive environment and adding value to the environment, we not only significantly improve every area of our lives and health, but we also affect others. Because we are connected and interdependent, our positive thoughts towards others spread through ripples, infecting more and more people. It starts from changing my mentality from me to we. I have to stop thinking of myself as being separate and independent of others. We are all connected. We are affected by our environment much more than we think. Our social connections are vital to our happiness and health. So instead of just thinking about what benefits me, I need to think about what benefits we. I am part of others, not separate at all. My brain is wired to connect. Therefore, I must take time to build and nurture social relationships at home, work, with friends, etc. We want to take this first step from me to we together today. Let's do it, friends. So I'm one of your hosts tonight, Linda, Roberta, Sarah, and Javier, you musician. I'll let them introduce themselves. Go ahead, Linda.
Hi, I'm Linda. I live in upstate New York, and I hope you like the show.
Sarah?
Hi, I'm Sarah. I live in Brooklyn, New York, and I am here to help facilitate the roundtable discussion.
And Roberta is going to help with, go ahead, Roberta.
I'm going to help with moderating, Carl. That's what I'm going to do. So I'll be moderating tonight, make sure we're on time and everything's flowing smoothly so we have a great environment to connect. And I'm from Long Island, New York. So thank you.
Thanks, guys. And Javier is our musician. He's going to tell us where he's from and take it away.
Thanks, Carl. I'm from Vancouver Island, and I hope to uplift your spirits a little bit with some music. Should we start, Carl, or yes? Okay. Na 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 na. How good to be together with you. How good to be together with you. How good to be together with you. To be forever, yeah, to be forever with you. How good to be together with you. How good to be together with you. How good to be together with you. To be forever, yeah, to be forever with you. Need each other to survive. Together we can feel alive. We are born to leave the darkness for the light. Need each other to survive. Together we can feel alive. We are born to leave the darkness for the light. We are branches of one tree, rooted in each other's lives, voices of one harmony, all as one begin to rise. We are branches of one tree, rooted in each other's lives, voices of one harmony, all as one begin to rise. How good to be together with you. How good to be together with you. How good to be together with you. To be forever, yeah, to be forever with you. How good to be together with you. How good to be together with you. How good to be together with you. To be forever, yeah, to be forever with you. Need each other to survive. Together we can feel alive. We are born to leave the darkness for the light. Need each other to survive. Together we can feel alive. We are born to leave the darkness for the light. We are branches of one tree, rooted in each other's lives, voices of one harmony, all as one begin to rise. We are branches of one tree, rooted in each other's lives, voices of one harmony, all as one begin to rise.
Okay, I had to unmute for a second. Amazing. You sound great. The sound is amazing, Javier. Great song. Okay, so like I said, I'll be the moderator tonight. I'm just going to make some announcements, some reminders. A lot of people that here have heard this before, but we're trying to create a supportive environment. We want to connect if there are any differences. We're going to try to stay on topic when we have the questions, and whatever we speak about, no criticism. Let's avoid politics, of course. And a reminder, when you're finished speaking, mute yourself because the background noise would be pretty bad. So we don't want any kind of feedback. And if you don't have your camera on, if anybody joins, I think everybody has their camera on actually, We want to see your faces, and it'll really help the event for yourself and us. And let's keep our answers brief and on topic, and so everybody gets a chance to speak. So we're going to go into an icebreaker now, and I'll hand it over to Linda. So everybody enjoy the evening.
Couldn't unmute. Okay, so our icebreaker tonight is I'm going to call on one person at a time, and then that person, I'll pick a random question. We've done this before. I have my little can here with random questions, and the person introduces themselves and then answers the question. And it's 1 minute per person. So don't go into a dissertation. Okay, let's see. Gary, why don't we start with you? Okay,
You're taking your chances.
I know. Let's see. What happened the time in your life when you were the most nervous to do something?
Oh, the most nervous to do something. Probably performing at Carnegie Hall. I'm kidding. I never performed at Carnegie Hall. The most nervous, Lord.
Tick, 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 tick.
I think some of performing musically. I mean, I used to be in ensembles and band and played different instruments, and I think performing in front of audiences when I was younger really made me very nervous. And it's taken me about 60 years to get over my nervousness.
Okay, thanks, Gary. And let's go to Paula. Let me see something here. Okay. Whoops. All right, let's go to Brandon. Okay. What subject do you wish you had paid more attention to in school?
I'm Brandon. I'm from the Bronx, and the subject in school I should have paid more attention to was math. I can't count.
Okay, thank you, Brandon. Now let's go to, let's see, Jerome. You ready?
Linda, you called on Paula, but she didn't get to answer.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't. All right, we'll get to you next, Paula. Jerome.
Yeah.
All right, here's your question. If you could have been a child prodigy, what would you have wanted your skill to be?
Be president of the United States.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, Paula, you ready? Get one of these out of here. Would you want to know the exact day of your death? What a morbid question.
Yeah, hi, I'm Paula from New York. That's a little dark. I don't think so. I don't think I'd want to spend the rest of my life waiting for that moment, even though technically we all are, but I wouldn't want to know.
Very good. I think I'd want to know that just the day before, so I'd know to bring everything in, everything I've ever wanted to do. Okay. Leah, how about you? Let's see. If you could stay a certain age forever, what age would that be?
Oh boy. I really enjoy my two kids, and I wouldn't want to give up, at least with their birth. So I had my younger and my second child at 29. So I'm going to say 30 then.
All right.
Oh, and I'm from Central
See.
Jersey. Sorry.
Okay. Let's see. Becca. Where are you, Becca? There you are. If you could go back in time, what is the one piece of advice you would give your younger self?
Oh, wow. Becca from Denver, Colorado. You know what? I think of this often and I can never think of a point in time because I've done a lot of dumb things throughout time. So I can't
we all?
pinpoint which one that I would want to like go back and, you know, kind of maybe make that correction. I would say a teenager, you know, I would say, you know, study more because you're going to want to. I know that's kind of weird, but still.
That's cool. Yeah. All right. Nancy, you ready? All right. What was the first thing you bought with your own money?
Oh God, I have no idea. You have a new question?
You can't remember back? Yeah, okay. We'll give you a new question. I don't blame you. I don't think I could remember either. It's too long ago.
No.
Too old. What was your favorite food when you were a kid?
My favorite
Food.
Oh,
When you were a kid, what was your favorite food?
well, let's see. How much of a kid? I guess I was ice cream. Yes.
Of course, everybody loved ice cream as a kid.
Definitely. But before that, it was bologna sandwiches. Ugh.
All right. Ilana A. Where are you? There you no, where are you?
Here.
I can't. Okay, good. I couldn't see you. What do you think is the most important invention in history? Interesting.
I think COVID vaccine.
Pardon me?
COVID vaccine.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's pretty good. All right. Mary. Mary,
Marie.
how do you like your egg? Huh?
Marie.
Marie, right, Marie?
Marie. Okay.
Why can't I unmute? How do I like my eggs?
Yes.
Any way you want to make them except with hot sauce. Oh, and I grew up in the Bronx and now I live in Queens and I'm very happy.
Cool.
Just to say, Linda, we have about maybe 30 seconds, maybe for one more question. I know
One more.
Answer. Go ahead, but I know what time was. Go ahead.
Okay, no. I knew you were watching the time. That's why I didn't have to. Okay. All right, Roberta, you can have the last question. Is there anything you wish would come back into fashion?
Well, everything stays in fashion. What would be in fashion? You know what would be in fashion? People being nice to one another. Not so much clothes-wise, but just being nice and talking to people. That would be in fashion. Not be so afraid to judge people, you know? So.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, I guess we're out of time. Thank you, everybody. And we're going on to Carl.
Yeah. So our kids could just like go and run around the neighborhood and not have to worry about anything, right? That would be great. It's coming. If we keep this open diner up. Ripple effect. All right, we're going to watch a video now.
What is it about this culture that makes so many of us unhappy, unkind to others, frustrated, alienated from ourselves? There's one idea of human nature, which is what this culture promotes. Is that human beings are by nature selfish, competitive, and aggressive, out for personal gain. And now there's another view of human nature, which is that there is no human nature, that it's just an empty slate on which you can write anything you want. There's this idea of your kids you can just program into anything by behavioral programming. So that basically we're empty, we're devoid of any internal nature, so it's whatever we happen to learn. There's a third view of human nature, that we're actually wired in certain ways. We're wired for contact, for love, for connection, for generosity, for connection with the larger whole, beyond the small ego. And then whatever conditions interfere with that is what creates the dysfunction. From that point of view, if you have a society that promotes selfishness, that promotes competition, that promotes aggression, and that promotes people feeling dissatisfied with what they have, that always says that people are only worth what they produce or what they own, or it's only matter that matters, it's materialistic, so that our form, whether you're pretty or handsome or toned or flabby, defines who you are. Well, if there's a human nature that's quite contrary to that, then creating a society that goes against human nature is what creates the suffering. So I would say that what creates the suffering is that we live in a completely unnatural society. It actually tramples on what it means to be a human being, and that's the essence of suffering.
Hi, everybody. That's an amazing video. I feel like they said everything that I would like to say if I made a video. Okay, hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. I am going to lead you through the main course, the round table. So I think let's just go, in a minute, we'll get to are we going to show the etiquette rules? Okay, great. So just in the meanwhile, let's just remember that we are talking one at a time. We are speaking briefly and on topic. And then we're going to try to build on one another. Okay, so that we're trying to we're trying to find the answer between us. So we're just going to keep building on each other. So let's remember that we're here to build a space of support and care and warmth. And just like we heard in the video, you know, we are what our environment is. So if we want to create, you know, think of what you want to leave here feeling. You want to feel uplifted, you want to feel supported, you want to feel connected. Let's give that into the environment so that we can all leave that feeling that way. So the 4 etiquette rules that we're going to ask that we all try to really feel and abide by are, I'm going to go backwards first. I like doing that from now on. The 4th one, or the first one that we're going to think about, is that there are no right or wrong answers, right? The answer is between us. So that's why we want to try to build the answer between us. We're going to listen attentively. So we're really listening and feeling where the other person is coming from. That's what's going to allow me to then add to it. Rather than thinking about what you want to say, if you really listen, then you will feel what the next answer is. Next is we're going to go around the table. We're all going to speak briefly and stay on topic. That's to allow everybody to contribute. And then lastly is that we are all equal and very important. Okay, great. So we're going to get started. We've got 2 questions today. I'm going to do most of the facilitating, or let's say moderating, but we're going to ask Roberta, if you can, to remind us of time if we start to bleed into it, because I always like to try to hear everybody in both questions if possible. Okay, so the first question if my computer would turn on again, is let's paint a picture together of a more connected society. What would you want it to look like? Name one aspect of life that would improve as a result. So we're going to put the question in the chat and I'm going to read it one more time. Let's paint a picture together of a more connected society. What would you want it to look like? And name one aspect of life that would improve as a result. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
That's great. Leah, you want to get us started? Go for it.
Much better communication.
So we're just doing popcorn style. When you just pop up and give your answer. Let's add to each other.
I think it would be wonderful to live somewhere where we don't have to lock our doors, where we're just friendly and kind, and we're just naturally, that we're just friendly and kind. No locking doors. No being afraid walking on the street. I think it would be heavenly. Just, we'd all be connected. We're all just people.
Yeah, you know what seems so crazy to think about is to like take down all the fences between the yards. You know, we would get to know our neighbors who are like right behind me, who I've never talked to.
I just moved to South Carolina and it's amazing here. You have homes where there's no fences between them, and I'm not used to that. It's really amazing. But I just watching that video, it really shows you how much meanness there is in the world, how mean people are to each other, and they really don't care, you know. And if we just, you know, changed our attitudes to where everyone you saw walking down the street was a friend, you know that you could communicate with them, you could get a smile out of them, you could get eye contact, and you know they weren't out to hurt you or get the best of you. And you did the same for them. That's the kind of world I envision.
About like empathy, but like on a really deep level. So if someone else is hurting or you hurt somebody else, you feel it too. That'd be pretty cool.
Well, and other way around, if you're happy and everyone around you are happy, you spread out your happiness because we're so connected. So it's a miracle, a possibility, not a miracle. It's a possibility.
I would love to see where we wouldn't have to use money. We would just, you know, I guess they did it, you know, way back when. I'm growing potatoes, and if you need potatoes, I'll give you potatoes. If you're growing broccoli, you'll give me broccoli, but not just, you know, in communities, but all over the world. Imagine that.
Yeah, it's like the currency being like mutual support. And I was actually thinking of the support that I had when I had my first son. It was like a kind of like a research thing, but they supported new mothers. So you have to start from the beginning. And I think supporting new mothers is also something great that we could implement in our society to make it a better place.
I think everybody's mental health would improve, and psychologists and psychiatrists wouldn't be as busy as they are now currently.
Yes, and I think it starts with small communities such as we are here in a way, that want to build this reality together. So these communities, if they gather enough strength, they can actually like set an example in a way and live this reality within this new environment that they're creating.
No
So that-
diseases would be really helpful. It would make for a better world where we could all get along and not, what am I looking for? And just get together and not worry about getting sick and infecting others.
For those of you who just joined, Diego, if you can turn on your camera, we would like you to, if you could.
I'll just add to what Brandon said about no disease, and like I think Carl said about no offenses. It has to do with if there was no fear. You know, if we all supported each other and we looked out for each other without fear, I think the world would be a much different place. Everybody's on alert. What's going to happen? What's going to happen now? What's going to happen there? So without fear and support with each other, it'd be a much different place.
Yeah, and if there were no fear, we could all take our guard down, and you know, all those barriers that we put up to protect ourselves, we could just let go and to just be open and trusting of others.
Someone put in the chat, no religion. And, you know, religion, there's so many different religions in the world, and who believes this and who believes that. And we seem to be very adversarial instead of realizing that we just have to, what do I want to say? We cannot treat another person as someone, oh, who's apart from us and we're not related in any way. You know, we're not, okay, we're all human beings, but, you know, they think differently than me, and they go to this church and they go to that church and they da 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 da. And we wind up just being very adversarial, confrontational. And that's what makes me most upset.
Yeah, that's a great point. Religion tends to make people impose their standards on everyone else, that they have to live by this standard or that standard, and it separates them. It breaks them up into groups when we're trying to unite and just accept each other for what we are and what they are and the uniqueness of what they are. We're all different. We're not going to live by the same rules. So just be who you are and let other people be who they are.
Everybody lives by their own useful fiction. That's what a professor in grad school said. And that's all I remember about grad school. Everybody lives in their own useful fiction. And it's true. There is no truth. I believe whatever.
I was going to say, just interrupt Sarah. I don't know if you caught that. Maybe there was some people wrote in the chat from Facebook, and we can maybe go on to the next question. I know a lot of people spoke.
I was just gonna read them.
I figured that. I said maybe I shouldn't say anything.
Thank you, Roberta. Yeah, so we have a couple of really interesting answers from Facebook. We have Marcia, who's saying we can start by greeting everyone we meet and take a real interest in those who we converse with. True respect and acts to create a true community. And then Maria is saying always meet people with a smile and compassion. And then I wanted to just add that I think jealousy is a natural inclination, but I think we use it in the wrong way. I think because society and advertising is constantly telling us, they said it in the clip, like we always feel like we're not enough because we don't have certain things. But what if there were qualities that we could see in other people? And if I felt jealous of those qualities, it means that's an opportunity for me to develop those qualities. And I can instead kind of look at that person as like a guide or a mentor or a hero of mine that I could rise up to. And then we would have a society where we're just raising each other up rather than trying to take each other down. Okay, so let's go to the next question. That was beautiful, everybody, by the way. It was really, I feel like we got a really good coverage of everything. So the second question is, what is one step that you can take to go from me to we? So I think we kind of understood from the video and then from our answers. And just generally what we talk about on Open Diner of what we mean from going to me to we, right? Of moving from this kind of individualistic separateness. I forget, I think it was Marie that was saying it, like if we really felt like, well, we're all relatives, right? Whether I know how we're related or not, we're all related and we're all affecting one another and interconnected. So what is one step that we could take to move from this consciousness of me to we? Okay, let's go.
A lot of these questions always give us answers that we can answer about the Open Diner. So a good answer is to enter like societies or groups of people where you have less chance of thinking about yourself and more about trying to see what you can do to make others happy or make other lives better.
I'm just reading in the chat. Oh, sorry, Elena, go ahead.
I think it's already been said, but I just want to kind of repeat it. It's less thinking about yourself, but thinking about other people and trying to help, more compassion, and trying to help other people.
Why don't we use the Open Diner etiquette rules, and we will post them in all stores, in everywhere, in subways, everywhere. Wouldn't our conversation become so wonderful? And it would be a pleasure to write even New York subway.
How about just being nice to people? Smile at somebody walking down the street, whatever. Just be nice.
The best way to improve your own life is to help somebody else improve theirs. It does amazing things for you.
I was going to take down my fence, but I have a dog. I don't think anybody would be very happy about that. But thinking of, the neighbors that are around you, watching out for friends, watching out for neighbors, I should say. And like Linda said, smiling at people. I had put something a while back on Facebook, smile, it confuses people. So just to be happy, you change the energy around you, and you could change people's day by just saying something nice. So that's something we do, something very simple.
I think if we listen to Rono talk about what it's like to live in Holland versus America, we learn something right there. They are so much more, when they say, stop by and have a cup of coffee, they don't look at you like, holy shit, you did. You can just, you walk by and moet je langs even. You've got to come over. And Rono, we stay in our boxes here. You ask somebody out to have coffee who you met at the gym. Well, I have this to do, I have that to do. Ay, gewalt. I mean, come on, you guys. I think that Rono, you should speak up and say what you've noticed in Holland, because it's a much nicer, warmer culture. They let you in.
Instead of spending time comparing what you do and don't have with each other, why don't you just collaborate together and work together as a team?
Becca, did you want to say something?
Sure. But the friends already, they already said it, but it's like welcoming and accepting. If we do that, it feels like there's more doors that open between people.
I'd like to hear Rono's reply to Nancy.
I would too.
Yeah, well, okay. First of all, unfortunately, since I got here, which is a few months ago, the country is in lockdown. So there's not much socializing going on, so that's a problem. But I've been there before, And yeah, it's a lot warmer. They have their own style and ways, but in general in Europe, it's very different. But what I was gonna answer to the question is that the step to go from me to we is about for each individual to think about living the competitive nature of human society. Because if each one thinks this way, like we teach our kids, in school, they compete against one another instead of working together in teams. And this is something that's completely unnatural, and it creates stressful environments. If you go for a job interview, then you can see that kind of attitude. You sit in a waiting room with other people; those are your enemies. That's not how you're supposed to behave. There have to be enough resources in Earth for everyone. We have to learn to share. And it starts from everyone living this nature of competitiveness. We're not enemies. We're just part of this same organism.
Roberta, I'm going to beat you to it. I think we have about a minute left, so I think we could probably get a couple of kind of quick answers in.
I'll be quick. I wanted to add, to go from me to we, I think that I can start by trying to understand the other person in any situation instead of trying to prove my point. Try to understand where the other person is coming from and what challenges they're facing, and kind of try to justify them on a scale of merit.
Goodbye, Brandon. Thanks so much for being with us. We'll see you next week. Anybody else have a quick one?
Yeah, try to do for other people more than for yourself. Try to think about other people, how you can help, how I can help the other people, and that may create more less loneliness if I'm thinking about the others.
Yeah.
Right? What I can do for others.
That's great, everybody. And then Marcia on Facebook writes, contribute to community. What is your special gift and how can you share? I offer help to those who have a need I can meet. Give a ride to and from the store, help clean the neighbor's snow, pick up the garbage tins, be nice to the younger generation, live by an example. And then Kevin is saying an equal society. And is there anybody else? No. And then what I would say is I think the easiest thing that we could do, all of us here on Open Diner, is write down these 4 etiquette rules that we have of the round table and implement them in our daily lives. Okay, so everybody that is a regular or has been here before knows that we are now gonna party. So no fear, you don't have to be a dancer for this one. You just have to put a smile on your face and let go a little bit and follow the leader, right? Think of it as like follow the leader. Remember when we played that when we were kids? Okay, so we're gonna spotlight, right? Spotlight means that we're gonna see when we do the one person at a time thing, right? So we're gonna see, we're gonna be spotlighting everybody. When you are on the screen, you're not going to see yourself so well because you have that text box in the middle, but the rest of us are just going to see you. We don't see text. So you're going to be on the screen. Don't try to read it. Make sure that you're looking at the screen. As soon as you see text in the middle, you got to do your dance because we're all waiting for you. Don't leave us hanging, okay? And let's have fun.
Tired of all the blue days and the bad news. Makes me think about the kind of life that we all choose. How can one man get ahead, leave another behind? Guess what's yours is yours, and what's mine is politicians. My eyes, they can't see why the people are wishing. If change is gonna come, it'll come from behind. It's up to you and me to toe this 10-ton line. We need to get together, sun or storm, any kind of weather, and everything gonna feel much better when we get together. We're always together. Living this fabric's full of constant competition, where only the strong survive and the rest are wishing. If we get past all the wants and get down to our knees, it'll take all of mankind to make this dream sing. That's the only thing. We need to get together, sun or storm, any kind of weather, and everything gonna feel much better when we get together. We're always together.
All right, now we have Javier for another song. Are you ready?
Ready. How's the sound over here? Good? Okay. All of the children are being called to be as one again. And we're one desire that cannot be filled unless we come back again. We will be one in a brand new world. There's a brand new world with a brand new world with no more concealment. All shall be revealed with the hand that will lead us back again. We will be one, obedient freedom. We'll no longer bleed, we will cleave unto thee again. And your light will lead us to the brand new world. There's a brand new world with a brand new world with a brand new world. There's a brand new world with a brand new world. In a brand new world, there's a brand new world with a brand new world.
Yeah. We're starting the brand new world here on Open Diner.
That's
All
why
right.
we're all here.
All right. So the next thing we're going to do is a little different than we've done before. We're going to choose somebody tonight and give them a high five. So the way we'll be able to know that everybody gets a high five is we're going to keep our hands up until we get a high five. After we've given our high five, then you put your hand down. All right. And what we do is we're going to say something that we noticed that somebody did tonight, and we liked it, and we're going to give them a high five about it. So I want to give a high five to Paula, because she had to answer that question about death. and you did a great job, Paula. Really, I mean, you kept it light and you were confident. So big high five.
Thank you, Carl. I'd like to give a high five to Nancy for always saying something crazy to make me laugh. Here's to you, Nancy.
Thank you. I would like to give a high five. Oh, what am I? I'm not allowed to give. Do I give high fives now, right?
Yep. Now you give a high five to the next person, and so on.
Okay. Let me think. Wait. It's hard. I want to give. Let me look. Hold on. Wait. I want
to hold your hand up. Go ahead.
Linda, is that you? Hold on. Linda, is that, you who said, I want to give you a high five for making Rono talk about, thank you. High five for bringing somebody else who should be talking more, because he has a lot of good things to say. So high five to you, Linda. Opening up, thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. Let's see. I want to give a high five to Rono, because he's our tech rock. He's the rock of the tech team, and he's who we go to when we have problems. So high five, Rono.
Yep, you see, Rono, it's not just me.
Thank you. I want to give a high five to Javier. Making music like it's a person using his talent with just one instrument, not a big orchestra and any kind of fancy equipment. And that's bringing people warmth to people, just doing that. High five, Javier.
Okay, I want to give a high five to two people, Sarah and Roberta, for being the excellent hosts you are.
Go ahead, Sarah, you go first.
Okay. I want to give a high five to Becca. Becca, you like everything that you said, you stole the words right out of my mouth, and you really like kept me on my toes, because we're not supposed to be thinking about our answers ahead of time. So whenever you spoke, you reminded me how I was actually preparing an answer rather than actually listening. So thank you so much for that. And then Roberta, go.
I will pick Marie. I just wanted to give you a high five with all the things you say. Great insight. You're always here, and yet you bring such warmth to this event every Thursday. So high five.
Bye, Leah.
Bye, Leah.
So I go
Okay.
first? Or, go
I would
ahead.
like to give a high five to, I think it's Gary, because he always seems to agree with me.
Well, you always take the words right out of my mouth. I was going to give you a high five tonight, so I'm going to have to find somebody else. I would like to give a high five to Natalia for doing a great job on the tech, on sharing stuff with us, and making sure everything's going. Natalia.
Thank you. And I want to give my high five to, who didn't I see? Elana. Elana, not A, but I don't remember your letter now. Elana, who is also a technical person, she's behind the curtains, but she's very helpful to us.
Which Elana? Not me, right? Another Elana.
Yeah,
Another
me,
Elana, but
I
I'm
would give you high five too, but I want to keep one person at a time.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a high five to you, Ilana, for giving always such insightful and deep answers. Keep up. Really great to hear from you.
Thank you. I would like to give high five to Dan, because I interrupted him, but he let me talk and I could continue my answer.
Thanks, Elena. I give my high five to Nina. Thank you for bringing so much importance to helping connect the world. It's so wonderful. Yeah.
Oh, that's very sweet. Good. My arm was getting tired. You saved me. I want to give a high five. Oh, how do I choose between these two great friends? That's a tough one. Alisa, since she's a lady, I hope you don't mind, Carl. Ladies first. Alisa, you always have a smile on your face. You're a great dancer. So high five for always lifting our spirits.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm improving. You all are actually terrific dancers. And Carl, thank you for being an incredible host today. Beautiful. The beginning you gave to us, all insights and being so cheerful and always having a smile on your face. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Can Becca give one? Because she didn't get a chance. She was skipped over. You can just choose anybody.
I'll just choose everybody. I'm glad you all are here because I wasn't sure if I was going to make it. So seeing so many beautiful faces smiling, it just makes my world a lot happier today on a Thursday. So thank you all. High five.
High five. Thank you, everybody. So now we're not allowed to think about ourselves anymore. And we have to think about others. And the world's going to be a better place because of the open diner. Thank you, everybody. So let's put Facebook, Meetup, YouTube. This is where you can follow us. We're wrapping it up here. And I'm going to have some announcements. It's not showing up, Linda, but that's all right. You can follow us on Facebook, Meetup, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. There you go. Okay. And we're going to meet here next Thursday at 6:30. And the topic is going to be how to heal a broken heart. So tell all your friends, bring them. And okay, let's see. 3, okay, that's next Thursday. How to heal a broken heart. Guide for moving on, especially useful for those who are going through a breakup or lost a loved one. And then on the 1st of April, we're going to have, it's going to be a session, The Meaning of Life According to Kabbalah. It's going to be an hour and a half session. It's going to start at 6 p.m. Okay, so that's on the 1st of April. And then on the 8th of April, that's when our 1-year anniversary is. We've been doing one, yeah, can you believe it? 1 year of the Open Diner on the 8th. Wow, it's amazing. I think Paula's been here the whole time, and Nancy too. Wow. Okay, and these events will be up on Facebook and Meetup shortly, so RSVP. And thank you to the tech team and to Javier, musician. I can't remember everybody right now, but thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. And we love getting together and being here every Thursday. Mwah. Big kiss. See you next Thursday.
As soon as I saw loneliness, I was like, I am there.
Bye, everyone. Have a great week.
Bye-bye.
Good night, you guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Great seeing everybody.
Next week.
Thank you.